We're going to take a look at how to navigate and understand the white space generator in the ITC Industry Transparency Center consumer research. So we're working from the Functional Food and Beverage Survey, recently produced 2025. A lot of information that's on the diagram, but basically there are three data points that you need to understand. So the outer solid line in each of these graphs in front of you is all of those consumers that were surveyed with a particular health concern. The inner solid line represents all those that are currently taking a functional food or beverage to address the concern. The hatched line indicates those that are not currently taking a food or beverage, but are willing to take a food or beverage to address that particular concern. So it gives you a number of different white space calculations. The space between those currently taking, that's the solid inner line, and the hatched line as those willing to take, that's an immediate opportunity gap. They are, they have the concern, that they're currently not taking to address, but they're willing to take to address. So that is an immediate conversion opportunity. And if you take a look, we've got three different female demographics group on the slide in front of you. And you can see that there's a gap there between anxiety and stress. There's a gap for energy, lack of energy. Those are the two biggest ones that stand out for females 18 to 34. At the same time, we see that willing to consume and all those with a concern. So that is the hatch line in the center and the outer solid line. That particular gap represents what we call an educational opportunity. They're willing to consume. They have that health concern. All we need to do is to reach them and address it with them, and we can convert them into consumers. That gap also happens to be really strongly there for females 18 to 34 for anxiety and stress, lack of energy, but also you see that pocket at the bottom for mood. If we move to females 35 to 54, we see the first white space that is between those that currently are addressing versus those willing to address. We actually see that we've got some space there, anxiety and stress. We've got some space there for mood for females 35 to 54. And when we address that education gap, those willing to consume versus all those with a concern, we see lack of energy, and again, mood that emerge as that conversion educational type of white space opportunity. In the females 55, see a very, very different map of the universe. We see general health and we see high blood pressure as areas that are the gap between currently consuming and willing to consume. And when we take a look at the gap between willing to consume and those with a concern, we have to convert them into willing to consume. We see joint or other pain. We see high blood pressure as the major areas for females 55 plus. And these are just the first of 32 different health concerns we address. So these are the first 10. And again, we've got the demographics. So a lot of these different sizes and shapes of maps for you to consider.